Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to everybody who's been a part of this, or if you just happen to stumble across my page. Hi, I'm Mand. So today's video is actually a pick a card. I felt drawn to just doing a pick a card for the new moon that is coming up. And I just wanted to, I felt like there was just messages that some people needed to hear. So if you're new to pick a card, so you don't know how they work, we have three piles here. Each are crystals on top are a different variation of moonstone. So we have black moonstone, we have moonstone with sunstone inclusions, and we have a green moonstone. So you just relax and go wherever your intuition is taking you. So it can be group 1, group 2, group 3, or it can be a combination of two together, whatever it is that feels right to you. I'll put timestamps in the description box below, and you can go to the group that you pick. So if you haven't already, do hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you part of here. We cover like different tarot and oracle decks. I walk through those. I do just chit chatty videos, pick a cards, and all things spiritual manifestation and all that good stuff. So if that's your vibe, do hit the subscribe. We'd love to have you here. Hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. And yeah, let's get into the video. So what I want you to do is just to take a deep breath into your nose. So we'll do it together. And pause the video if you have to give yourself more time, and we will get into the different groups. Hi group 1. So the cards we have for you is 7 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. And I'm getting like a whole lot of mix feelings here for you group 1, but it's like exciting, right? Also, what I want to say is that I do tend to read tarot very intuitively because I've been trained in oracle card reading, so it's how I tend to approach the tarot, but I'm also learning, the system, and I do know that they have like a set way they're read and things like that. But just be open to the messages, take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, nothing is set in stone. I always say to everybody that gets a reading, you are the creator of your own life, your own destiny. You get to make the choices. And this is where this actually comes in here with the 7 of Cups, because for a lot of you, I feel, especially cups, right? That's a lot of emotions, feelings, and that it hones in on our intuition and our, gut feeling, right? That I feel, especially because 7 of Cups, right? We've choices to make, right? And we have a lot of options in front of us, and like, what options do we take? So I feel like with this new moon, that becomes clearer, right? Because we have the 8 of Wands here, and that's not like fast movement, right? Wands are like fire, and so that's action. And in one way, okay, right, so I just got the word there of like taking up accountability, right? And accepting our responsibilities. And sometimes we have to make choices that are quite difficult, but it's fast movement. You're able to now make a decision, now move on from that, because I feel for a lot of it is, with this new moon, and we have a solar eclipse as well. I'm by no means an expert in astrology, but just from reading and picking up bits right along the way, that those decisions and choices that we have to make, and some will be great and some won't be, and that is just the whole part of being human and having that experiences, is to make mistakes and learn from them. But I feel the sense here is to trust your own intuition here with whatever choice it is that you have to make, okay? There's lots of options, there's lots of choices in front of you, but I feel for a lot of you, you've been, in one sense, procrastinating against making that choice and, moving past it, right? We're holding on too long, we're kind of humming and hawing, as we say here, and not making, you can't stay at a standstill forever. All right, you have to make a choice and to move, right? That this is the sense I'm getting for a lot of you group 1. It's like it's time to move forward. It's time to get on to the next part. the next chapter. And I feel for a lot of it, it's a success, right? So if this is about, for some of you, it could be about maybe moving house, or moving job, or starting a new career path completely, or starting in a new section in your own job. Everyone's is going to be different. Remember, this is a collective message at the end of the day. So with the pentacles here, that's materialistic, that's about finances, grounded to the earth and things like that. So materially, it'll be successful, right? There's a lot of abundance here again, in the sense of like, yes, I did it, I finally made that choice. And with this new moon, I feel like for a lot of you, this is about taking action, right? This is about being confident within yourself and believing in yourself to propel, move forward. Now is the time to make those choices, right? And for a lot of you, I feel it'd be for some it'd be like really, really quick, right? And it'll happen, I don't want to say overnight, okay? Very rarely that'll happen, but like it'll be a lot quicker than what you had anticipated, okay? But make sure it is what you want, all right? That's the sense I'm getting. Is like, make sure this is something that you truly feel that you really, really want, right? Not something that you're like, oh, well, so and so wants it for me. That's great, but it's not realistic. So I am getting the sense of just making the choice here, moving forward, right? It's fast paced. It's time to take action. It's time to kind of set that fire and start going, right? And there's a sense here of like happiness, abundance, joy about finally making a decision. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my bottle of water. I am so sorry. Apologies about that, group one. But yeah, it's just about having needs being met here. So I have some oracle cards here for you also, and I'm going to pull an affirmation as well at the end. So let's see what else we have coming up for you, group one. Ooh, love that. Right, okay, so yeah, I love the way we have the blossom here with the Nine of Pentacles and the relax as well. It's definitely about, again, like I said, making choices, okay? But in one way, it's around the sense of, once you do make that decision, make sure you make time for relaxation, self-care, looking after yourself, okay? A lot of messages and guidance we receive is normally from a place of when we're kind of more rested, right? We're not in like chaotic energy or in a chaotic place. It normally comes from like a place of rest and feeling relaxed, really, right? I love the blossom here because it ties in so well. Once you do make that decision, it'll be fast, it'll be moving forward really, really quick, right? We can get caught up in it. And okay, so yeah, right, so what I'm hearing in one sense is like not just focusing in on the end goal. Make sure that you're enjoying the whole journey. Yes, that's the way with the relax. It's like, make sure you're enjoying the whole lot, right? Not getting caught up and windswept away. Well, that is completely easy to do, absolutely. We have to remember to enjoy the journey, because it's not always the destination, right? It's not always the end goal. That, yes, that's where we're going for, but it's not always the point. The point is to enjoy the whole process, not just when we get there, okay? So because when we get there, there's something else. There'll always be something else that we want, right? There'll be always something else that we want to achieve. We're never not trying to get something, or like manifest something, or reach goal, or whatever, whatever is the case for a lot of you. But yeah, I do feel for a lot of you, there's this blooming, you're finally kind of coming out of yourself. I feel like a coming out of your shell, coming out of who you used to be, right? I feel like it's finally that confidence within yourself. So I'm going to get your Moonology card as well. Oh, this is fabulous because you got the new moon in Aries card. And look, we have blossoming again. So you guys, oh, this is so great. This is so great. I love this for you. Honestly, I love this so much for you. There's a lot of growth here for a lot of you. Okay, I'm just going to flip these over for a second, right? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting so excited for you guys. Honestly, it feels so like the only way I can describe it is like zingy energy. It's like it's so exciting and it's passionate and it's so sure of itself, confident, right? I definitely feel because look at this. We have a star here and there's like a ball of light. You could nearly say it's a star as well. You're focused in on what you want, right? This is so beautiful for you, group one. I do feel there's a lot of growth here and there's a lot of having planted the seeds. Once you make that decision and everything is like, moving for you, it's finally a get up and go energy. And it's fab. It's absolutely fab. So that's like your confirmation, right? To say it will grow, tend to it, look after yourself, and focus in on it, right? Try not to get distracted around it. I love this. You have the new moon in Aries card, which is fab, right? Because we have the new moon in Aries, right? And you have go for it. So again, because we have the Seven of Cups, I feel this is where you are currently. It's like feeling stuck and, having choices and not sure what to make. It's like this new moon is telling you, come on, now it's time to get up. Now it's time to take action. Now it's time to, really get your ass into gear, okay? Get yourself up, get yourself going, and start moving, okay? Because you have to, like it says here, believe in your good luck, right? But it's not just luck that has helped you. It is your own determination. It's your own sheer willpower and belief in yourself. The confidence. Confidence is a big thing. Believing, that's the one thing with manifesting is not only just saying it to yourself and visualizing it, but also believing it in your core. Like you can feel yourself. It's like one example here I'll give you, right? When you start driving, you're not really sure of yourself because you're like, oh, I don't know. But then you start driving and you're like, oh my God, I'm driving, right? I hope this is a great explanation. And before you know it, you are driving, you're believing in yourself, and then you just do it. And now you don't even think about it anymore. It's the same when we start walking as babies. There's no real infant. In that sense, they have great belief in themselves because once they fall, they get back up again. And it's like, believe in yourself. Group one, okay, this good luck that's coming your way, because I feel there's so much abundance and like it says here, blossoming. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful energy to enter this new moon in Aries with. Oh, hello. So we have, my kindness is a gift I bestow upon the world. I love that for you guys. So, don't forget to be kind. I feel a lot of you are very kind anyway, but don't be afraid to share that abundance with other people, okay? Share with the ones that you love in your life, give where you can or help where you can. So group one, I hope that resonates with you. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Hi group two. So these are your cards for this whole new moon in Aries. This is the beautiful crystal that you picked. This is beautiful flash, a blue flash. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, I digress. I get like totally distracted. So the cards I have for you is Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Three of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, I feel this is, and like I said to group one, I read tarot very intuitively, okay? I do follow the system to some extent, but I also follow my own intuition. So now that that's out of the way, let's get on to what I'm picking up for you guys. So we have the Five of Swords. And for a lot of you, I feel the Five of Swords here, there's a sense of like loss. And there's a lot of mental baggage is the sense I'm getting, is like, that's the word I'm hearing. It's like there's a lot going on in your mind, right? And like this sadness, I feel there's a lot of sadness around you. And I love the fact that here, like, I know it's not a very happy card, right? But there is a guy standing behind him that feels almost free, and I feel like that's where you want to be, right? But there's something going on within your own life. Now, this is a collective message, so, it's not that I'm going to be able to pinpoint to one person, but this can be around, I feel more so the loss of like a friendship. It can be a breakup as well. It could be maybe the loss of not getting the house that you wanted, or maybe not getting XYZ. Okay, so apply it here where it fits, because again, collective, there's lots that it could be potentially. But I do feel the sense of loss or not getting, right? I'm really feeling hard on your luck, or down on your luck is another way of putting it. And just kind of the whole woe me, why me? Why does this always happen to me? With the Eight of Cups here, I feel this is now time to walk away and let go of that mentality. And I feel with this new moon in Aries that is bringing in that energy for you, that you're having strength and confidence within yourself to be able to walk away and, in one way release it, let it go, going, okay, that's my old life, I'm heading for a new life now. I'm ready to leave it behind. But again, like I always say to other people, it's like only you can do that. Nobody else can do it for you. They can help, other people can come and help, but you initially have to be the person to make that decision for yourself. All right. And it's really about walking away and letting go, not looking back, not dwelling on the past. You're not there anymore. Take the lessons that you've learned and move forward. Leave whatever baggage behind. You don't need it. You've learned, okay, I feel for a lot of you, there's in one sense nearly somebody kind of like the bird here. I want to say it's a raven that's like kind of in your ear about this, and you're at the point where you're just nearly pulling your hair out because it's exhausting. It feels very tiresome. So emotionally, I feel you're ready to move on. Brighter days are ahead, okay? It's now time to set that aside, because we have the Three of Pentacles here. And I love this. This is about community and coming together and creating something beautiful, right? And with the Pentacles, because it's such an earthy sign, right? It's really connected and grounded into the earth, that it's about connecting with like-minded people. I feel for a lot of you, this is really, really beautiful group too, because I feel there's a coming together. So that can be maybe family members that you haven't talked to in a very long time coming around. It can be friends that you haven't talked to. It can be the start of a new relationship. I feel for a lot of you, this is about a community, a group of just like-minded souls creating something that they're very, very passionate about. Okay, and I feel that like it'll build your soul, is the sense I'm getting. It's like it'll fill you up, fill that cup up. So I do have some oracle cards here that I would like to include in your reading as well. So we have balance and earth. See, that's exactly what I'm saying here, is being grounded, being connected. This could be absolutely like a circle, them sacred circles, or it can be, maybe something that's like by the ocean also. I'm kind of getting that sense of water, because we have cups here. So whatever is the case, it can be a new hobby as well that's connected with the earth. So it can be creating, crafting, but it also can be just getting out in nature, walk groups, but there's with the balance, I find that very interesting, because I feel for some of you it's about making sure that you find that healthy balance. And yes, I know we all can struggle with finding that balance, that work-life balance, and family and your own personal, maybe you have a whole family that you're trying to take care of, and then trying to look after yourself as well on top of it. It's a juggling act. I understand, but it's to try to find that balance, right? Not getting too consumed in this, because this is great, but also not forgetting what you also have as well, is what I'm getting the sense of. Yeah, we have change. I love that, because there's nothing wrong with change, right? And I feel where this ties in is that this will change everything for you. All right. Time to get like mental clarity, is the sense I'm getting, is to get a clearer picture, right? And once you do that whole ritual, you don't have to create a ritual for it, but that's just the way I'm going to describe it, is when you walk away and you let these things go, amazing change comes about. It's I'm getting the sense of like knowing your own worth. For a lot of it, you might feel like you want to hold on to the past, but it has served its purpose. It's now time to embrace that change, right? Embrace what's coming up for you. Don't don't resist it is what I'm getting. Don't resist it, because we have honor your feelings and reveal what needs to be seen. And there's water, so there's definitely something with water around here for you guys. Maybe a lot of you feel connected to rivers, waterfalls, ocean, lakes, whatever form of water takes your fancy. This is going to be very emotional, right? There's a lot of emotions coming up, but also going with that flow of water, right? It's about embracing that, and water flows, right? It goes with the flow, right? Honor your feelings, honor whatever comes up, okay? Because it's kind of, you're going through this whole grieving process as well. Again, like I said, you may not have actually lost somebody, but grief can come in many different forms, all right? And just don't be afraid to honor those feelings. And we have to reveal what needs to be seen, which is very interesting, because I feel for a lot of it, the reveal what needs to be seen is actually revealing to yourself what you finally need to see, especially with the honor your feelings. I really feel for a lot of you, this is finally seeing what was always in front of you this whole time, but never having paid attention to it, okay? And showing up for yourself is the sense I'm getting. It's, not being afraid to be held by others, and to really believe that you deserve to be happy. Because sometimes, when you get caught up in that mentality of why it's always me, why do these things happen to me, X, Y, Z here, I'm so sorry. That we can get caught. So this is really, in one sense, as such, calling yourself out and taking responsibility and accountability, but to not be afraid to feel the feelings, journal it, connect with nature, connect with water if that's your way. That I've heard of a lovely cleansing ritual that you can do even in the shower. It's like, imagining the water that's running over you is washing away all the ick, as some people call it. That icky feeling that you can have, or any energies that have been stuck to you. So I want to pull an affirmation card to tie this all in for you, and don't feel bogged down by this. Oh, I love this. All right, feels intense, it feels emotional, but it's also a great time to finally take action and move forward. The new moon is a great time to just set new intentions and to move. And for a lot of you, I feel this is about moving out of your own mind, getting out of that mindset and setting new mindsets. So my high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. And I feel this is just so beautiful for you, group 2, because this is exactly, what I've been saying, is that it's now time to kind of get out of your own mind, right? And to get clear on what you want, what you're trying to create, finally seeing what you need to see, and honoring yourself this whole journey, okay? Don't neglect yourself. So group 2, I hope that resonates with you. I hope you have a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys. Hi group 3. So we have your cards here. So like I've said in the last 2 groups, that I read tarot very intuitively. I am trained in oracle card readings more so than tarot. I still consider myself very new, so please just be open to the messages, take what resonates, leave the rest. All right, and we will get into your messages. So we have 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the World. And for a lot of you, I feel this is where you are currently, right? I feel for a lot of you, this is around carrying around a lot of baggage. Some of it that may not be your own, right? You might find that some people are drawn to you and just unload, right? You ever have those people that are like, oh, I feel so much better after talking to you, but you feel like absolute rubbish. I was trying to find like the nicest way to say it. You just feel so heavy and bogged down, and for a lot of you, I feel like you know, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, your way through the goals, is like, it's kind of like that feeling of having your feet stuck in the mud and just trudging through it, right? It feels heavy. And I know these two cards kind of look kind of intimidating. It's like, oh, for a lot of you, I feel this is really the sense of just keep going. All right, unpack what it is that you don't need to carry. All right, only take the necessities is the sense I'm getting. Only take what you need. You do not need to carry other people's stuff that is not your own. It's time to let those go. Set that down. But do not give up on this. Right? For a lot of you, I feel there's a sense of like lost hope, or not believing in yourself, right? Not believing in where you're going right now, or not even having a clear vision of where you're going right now. And that's okay, but to not get caught up in that, right? I know that sounds a lot easier than said than done, but I love the way you have the World card here, because that's like completion, right? It's happy, it's positive. You know, we have a lot of vibrant colors here. She's happy, she's having the time of your life, right? And that's what it is. Life is a circle. So you may be here at the bottom of, you know, it's in one sense I feel like the wheel. So you may be at the bottom of the wheel right now, but one day you're going to be at the top, right? And vice versa. And that is the cycle of life. It will keep moving, it will keep turning. But it's up to yourself. Are you going to stay stuck, or are you going to keep moving forward? It's really the sense of, again, it's a bit like group 2, that kind of mental clutter, that feeling like you are stuck and you can't move past it. Again, you are the only one that can choose this, to move forward, right? I do feel in one sense you have help around you. You know, we have the birds here, and there's strings here tied to the boat that is pulling it for her, right? So not only is the water moving her, but there's also beings moving with her as well, right? So for a lot of you, I feel there's definitely support that you could reach out to that can help. But you have to reach out, because I feel once you do, right, once you move past this, right, and you do keep going, you do keep working towards what it is you want, like the world here is like, it's so positive. It's like that final, you know, when you're running a marathon. Now, I've never ran a marathon, but I can only assume here, okay? That, like, you know, it's tough. I've heard people say, like, it's super tough mentally. It's not even just physically, it's mentally really, really tough, right? But you keep going. And once you finish, get to that finish line, the sheer sense of satisfaction, that's what I'm getting the sense of here. It's like you're in a marathon in one sense. You have to keep going and keep going. And it's more about the mental block, more so than the physical, right? Physically you're able to run it, but mentally sometimes our head can get in our own way. You know, that can be the ego talking as well. So I do feel for a lot of you, this is just about getting out of your own way. I do have some oracle cards as well that I'd like to include in your reading. And so we also have, yeah, I'm going to do this, I hope and wish. And like I said, for a lot of you, I feel this is around lost hope or feeling hopeless. And that yeah, I love the way we have the wish here, because it's like wishing that things will get better, or wishing that, you know, whatever may be the case here, because I to try and list all, like I said, it's a collective message, excuse me, but this is about not losing hope, to really get focused and get clarity on what it is that you're wanting to move towards, right? What it is that you're wanting to let behind, and what it is you're trying to move forward to. I do feel for a lot of you, these blackbirds are definitely making an appearance. So are ravens, crows, things like that. You're getting messages, okay? There's definitely like messages coming up. So don't lose hope. Have like that faith in yourself, right? And to not see how far you have to go. Alright, I feel like group 2 got the kind of a similar message as well. It's about enjoying the journey, right? Because I feel it's going to be joyous for you. We also have abundance, which I love for you, because that's amazing. This is finally like, you know, tying in, right? You know, and abundance is going to look different for everyone, right? That can be material abundance, it can be emotional, love, whatever is the case here, because abundance again is different for everyone, right? It can be finally manifesting that new house that you've been wanting to, or that car, or a new pair of shoes, or whatever is, you know, it is that you're trying to manifest here. But I do feel there's a lot of joy and happiness, but it's also a togetherness as well. You can't do this alone, right? You need that help from others, right? To not be afraid to be supported. So we also have practice gratitude and see the bigger picture. I love that. So I'm just going to move these two out of the way because I feel I want to talk about this for a second. And then I'll come back to your gratitude. See the bigger picture is really tying in here, right? It's finally seeing the woods for the trees, right? Finally getting clearer on what it is you want, right? Not focusing on the nitty-gritties and the things that are stopping you, okay? Because I remember having this conversation not that long ago with someone, but it was around, are you going to find the excuses why you can't do something? Are you going to find the reasons why you can do something? I just realized you can't see that. I'm so sorry. This is really about not having tunnel vision, but seeing further out from it, seeing all the potential, all the possibilities that are available to you. You are the only one that's putting limits on yourself. I really get in the sense of like just getting focused in on, but seeing the bigger picture on that, right? Because you know we have the it's you're feeling very isolated, right? So I feel this is about like definitely getting out of your comfort zone, because you know some of you may have been taken advantage of, or you know people haven't been the kindest. But I feel for a lot of you, this is not letting that hold you back, seeing the bigger picture, learning the lessons, and like coming from full circle. All right. And I love the practice gratitude for you, because sometimes when we get caught up on the carrying everybody's baggage and why does this happen to me and all that stuff, that we forget to be grateful for the things that are in our life already. All right. And this is about focusing in on all the amazing, wonderful things in your own life, no matter how big or small they are. Okay. Everybody's gratitude is going to look different. What you're grateful for is going to look different. But there is definitely something, I'm so sorry about my stomach, you guys, I must have some lunch. To focus on what it is that you're grateful for, because we have so much to be grateful for. It can be as simple as the food in your fridge, a warm house, maybe doors and windows that keep drafts out, right? You know, they're all important things. Heating, you know, it's not the big things like, oh, I'm grateful that I got the new car, and you know certain things that, oh, I can't think of it now. Of course I can. But it doesn't have to be that. It can be as simple as, I'm really grateful for the shoes that are on my feet. You know, everybody's again is going to look super, super different. So I want to pull an affirmation card for you guys as well. I love that. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. And I think that ties in so well for a lot of you, because that is definitely around the whole feeling hurt, being let down, taking on other people's baggage, and just focusing on yourself, and just feel open to welcoming healthy, loving relationships, and say that to yourself. I welcome healthy, loving relationships, and that you're not settling for any less. So group 3, I hope that resonates with you. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and I will chat to you all real soon. Bye guys.